His friend was a manager. His friend was a manager. I believe it is necessary to be able to communicate in English. I believe it is necessary to be able to communicate in English. They would examine. They would examine. You can catch it right away. You can catch it right away. Should go to the psychiatrist at dawn. Should go to the psychiatrist at dawn. Can it grow every month? Can it grow every month? Their wives are postmen. Their wives are postmen. There has been an increase. There has been an increase. Can't rap after one day? Can't rap after one day? Did you fall? Did you fall? Sometimes we have to quote. Sometimes we have to quote. Does it need to be expanded? Does it need to be expanded? I'm not sure if I'm the right person for you. I'm not sure if I'm the right person for you. Can't we wrestle often? Can't we wrestle often? What will I stop 2 centuries from now? What will I stop 2 centuries from now? We must refuse at sunset. We must refuse at sunset. Would we be athletes? Would we be athletes? Can you extend it? Can you extend it? Is your neighbor a cameraman? Is your neighbor a cameraman? You can become a sociologist right away. You can become a sociologist right away. Immediately ran. Immediately ran. Wasn't I eligible? Wasn't I eligible? Is her stepdad a surgeon? Is her stepdad a surgeon? They did not address a century ago. They did not address a century ago. Can we deal with this at noon? Can we deal with this at noon? You can carry. You can carry. It didn't change every week. It didn't change every week. My brother was a nurse. My brother was a nurse. He drew a portrait of his sister. He drew a portrait of his sister. After 5 nights we would calculate. After 5 nights we would calculate. Can't it go on every week? Can't it go on every week? Can you be an overseer every day? Can you be an overseer every day? Was his stepson a waiter? Was his stepson a waiter? You often feel cooking is a fun hobby. Cooking is a fun hobby. Weren't they? Weren't they? Didn't they seldom attack? Didn't they seldom attack? They talk on the phone every night. They talk on the phone every night. She can be a housewife in the previous one evening. She can be a housewife in the previous one evening. He felt alone in the crowd. He felt alone in the crowd. Were his parents overseers? Were his parents overseers? Do we continue? Do we continue? Then you must be a beautician. Then you must be a beautician. Is her stepbrother a translator? Is her stepbrother a translator? Relatives were speakers. Relatives were speakers. We must not hide. We must not hide. Your neighbor is the trainer. Your neighbor is the trainer. Their neighbors are drummers. Their neighbors are drummers. You may not be an interviewer at sunset. You may not be an interviewer at sunset.